Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Riley and today we are going to be talking about books/book series that you can read to get you out of a reading slump. Not all of these are fast-paced reads, but they are really good books that have personally helped me get out of reading slumps. So maybe they might help you. But we're going to be talking about, I think, 4 standalones and 3 series. Let's get started because we've got some good ones to talk about and I'm excited. So the first book we're going to be talking about today is a book you've probably seen a lot if you've been watching Books to Get You Out of Reading Slump videos recently. And that's just because it is a really fast-paced read and it keeps you interested from the very first page. That book is Verity by Colleen Hoover. Okay, so this book is about a woman named Lowen who is hired to finish a book series by a very well-known author whose name is Verity Crawford. And she's hired by Verity's husband to finish Verity's books because Verity has been in a car wreck and she's just unable to finish her books. And so they bring Lowen in to finish her books. And Lowen is a struggling author, so she jumps at the opportunity to write these books because it will be good for her, and she writes under a pen name. But the thing is that before she got the offer, she was getting kicked out of her apartment, so she goes and she spends time in Jeremy Crawford's home, which is Verity's husband. And while she's going through Verity's things, she finds a really disturbing manuscript hidden in Verity's office, and from there it just gets crazy and you don't really know what's going on, and it's really good. And I liked it a lot, but it is creepy and it keeps you entertained. And it is one where you cannot put it down. Like, you just want to keep reading. Like, it creeped me out and I get creeped out easily, but I really wanted to finish reading it. The ending is cool because it's kind of up to your interpretation of what is true. And if you've read this book, then let me know what side you're on. I'm on team manuscript being the truth, but it could be the letter. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about, I probably finished in about 5 days. And that is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia, or Delia. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. We're just going to go with Delia. If it's wrong, let me know. But Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, and it is a mystery literary fiction. I believe that's the 2 genres it's under. But it is about a woman named Kaya Clark, who is known as the Marsh Girl. She basically lives alone in the marsh in a town in North Carolina. And when a body ends up in the marsh, everybody assumes it's her, and it kind of flops back and forth between this mess going on with her being accused of murder and then her life before this and leading up to it, and like basically her just growing up and why she became who she was, and like how her life had come to that point and what she was doing when this person ended up murdered. And yeah, this is probably one of the first books where the ending just made my jaw drop. I was really like, it was a really good ending, and honestly it was probably 4 stars up until the ending, and then the ending pushed it to the 5 because I was just like this. It's just crazy. I can't really say much. I don't want to just give anything away, but it was a very good book. Like, I feel like this will be a classic one day. Like, this is going to be one of the books that is a classic of our time, and it's really good and I really like it a lot. So I would definitely suggest reading this one. The next book we're going to be talking about is also a mystery/thriller, The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn, which is about to be a movie, and I'm definitely going to go see it whenever it does end up coming out. But basically, this woman named Anna Fox, and I talked about this in my last video, but this woman named Anna Fox, she has a phobia of wide open spaces, so she stays in her house and she basically people watches, and she kind of like, she knows her neighbors without actually knowing them in a way because she watches their life unfold. And these new neighbors called the Russells move in, and they seem like the perfect family. But one night when Anna is looking out her window, she sees something that she is not supposed to, and it makes her world like basically crumble. And everyone kind of assumes that she just imagined it, that she's not faking it. They believe that she saw what she saw, but they don't think what she saw was real, essentially. And it's basically, she's just like, did I imagine it or did I not? And she like goes on this whole you know, like trying to prove to herself that what she saw was real and it was not fake, and then she tries to prove it to everybody else, and it was really good. And it also had moments like where the crawdads sing, where the ending kind of made my jaw drop, and it is really good. Okay, now onto the series. This is my favorite part. I just really got into reading standalone books. A lot of the books on my shelf, especially like this shelf up, are series that I've read that I've enjoyed. That is Divergent by Veronica Roth, and it follows a girl named Triss, and she lives in a world, I think this is a dystopian book, but she lives in a world where everybody is split up into 5 groups, which is adultness, candor, erudite, abnegation, and amity. And these groups are split up based on their intelligence, their bravery, their kindness, their selflessness, and oh my goodness, I can't remember the 5th group. I can't remember what candor is. But basically, that is what they're split up into factions, and those are what the factions are called. And it is about Triss and how it follows her. I think chapter 1 begins with her on her way to her test to figure out what faction she is going to be living in for the rest of her life. Right now, she lives in abnegation, which is selflessness, because that is what her parents are. But you know, just because you're born into one faction doesn't mean you're gonna stay there. So she goes for her test, and Triss becomes what is known as Divergent because she does not fit into just one faction, she fits into multiple. And this book is about her trying to hide the fact that she is divergent, because people who are divergent, I guess, scare others. You know, they're not normal. The, you know, government can't put her into one group, and they can't put divergent people into one group, and that scares them. And so this is about her trying to hide that she is divergent, and also she gets put in a situation where she gets to choose what faction she gets to go into, because she doesn't just fit into one. And so this is about the choice. Does she stay with her family? Does she try something different? And yeah, it's a really good book. I don't do it justice explaining it very well, but it is one of my favorite books, and it is one that got me back into reading. I really loved reading when I was younger, and then I stopped, and then when I picked this up, it just ignited the love of reading I have again. So the next book series I'm going to be talking about is also one of my favorites, and it is also one of my 5-star reads, as people say, and that is The Winter's Curse by Marie Redkowski. I believe that's how you say her name, Redkowski. And it is about a girl named Kestrel, and she makes a impulsive decision that binds a man named Aaron to her. And Kestrel and Aaron are from 2 different countries that have been at war with each other, and Aaron's was on the losing side in this battle. And you know, as you would expect from a type of decision that binds a female and a male together, that they would fall in love. And if they fell in love, they would be betraying their countries, but in order to not betray their countries, they had to betray each other. And this is just a book about that choice and their love story, and it's got basically everything to keep you interested. It's got love and action. It's a really good book, and the series is also great. I only have the first one in actual book form though, because I bought the other 2 on my Kindle because I couldn't wait to go out and get them. That's how good it is. I had to buy them on the Kindle because I could not wait. So the next one we're going to be talking about is also a book series that I don't actually have the physical copies to, and I also haven't finished all of them yet. I need to do that. But that is, I'm going to try to figure out how to put it up here, so if nothing pops up, I was never able to figure out how to get it up here, but that is Jacoby by William Ritter, and it is about a detective who is able to see like paranormal, like he's basically able to see stuff that nobody else is, and he does detective work on cases that he believes have like extraterrestrial paranormal involvement, and he kind of solves them because he can see things that others can't. And it's about a woman named Abigail. It's about a woman named Abigail Rook. It's about a woman named Abigail Rook who goes to be his assistant, and she basically finds out how strange he is and how strange his house is. It's just fun, and that's good enough sometimes. But yeah, that is my recommendations for you guys. I hope you enjoy them, and if you are in a reading slump, I'm sorry, but maybe pick up one of these books and they'll get you out of it, because all of them are really good books that is all I have for you guys today. I hope these will help you, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye!